Hello, I'm Dr. Jerry Parrish. I'm the Chief Economist at the Florida Chamber Foundation. Welcome to this edition of Florida by the Numbers. Today I want to talk about the job report we just received, and I also want to show you the results of the Florida Chamber's Small Business Index survey. I also want to show you my forecast for Florida job creation in 2019. Plus I'll update the Florida Leading Index and the probability of a Florida recession that are on the Florida scorecard. Here's a current look at the Florida scorecard. On it, you'll find thousands of pieces of data on Florida and for all 67 counties. Note that we've added a live population counter recently. You can click on each one of the tiles to link to a chart and to a link where the data comes from. Note the color scheme. If the tile is green, it means Florida is moving in the right direction. If it's red, it means we're going the wrong way. The blue means a number hasn't changed since the last time it was reported. You can see the first tile, which shows Florida's unemployment rate at 3.3% and the number of jobs created year over year. That's 231,200. Let's take a look at what industries those jobs were created in. This table shows the job creation by category, with education and health services in the number one spot with 54,000 jobs created. Number two is leisure and hospitality, followed by professional and business services, and then construction. Note that construction has the highest percent growth, with 6.7% job growth over the past year. Leisure and hospitality is number two in growth, and manufacturing follows at number three with a 3.5% growth rate. Now let's look at where those jobs are being created in Florida. This map shows Florida's metropolitan statistical areas and their job growth. It's a heat map on the growth rate. The darker green areas show the highest growth is. Take a look at the Central Florida MSAs. Palm Bay, Melbourne, Titusville had the highest growth rate at 4.1%. That was followed with a tie for number two with Orlando, Kissimmee, Sanford, and the Ocala MSAs. They were both tied for number two with 3.8% growth. Note that the Panama City MSA has lost jobs over the past year. That's an indicator of the substantial damage caused by Hurricane Michael. Now let's look at all of the counties in Florida. This map shows all of Florida's counties. You can compare your county to the U.S. job growth rate of 1.8% and to the Florida growth rate of 2.7% over the past year. Note that 4 Florida counties lost jobs over the past year. Now I want to talk about the results of the Florida Chamber Small Business Index survey for the first quarter of 2019. Every quarter, the Small Business Council at the Florida Chamber surveys small businesses. And thank you if you took the time to fill out our survey. A key survey question is, what is the top issue that your business faces right now? The top issue for Florida small businesses during this survey changed. Now, economic uncertainty is the number one issue for 23% of the respondents. Number two is workforce quality, which had been the top issue for the previous 8 quarters in a row. A couple of key things that I look at in the survey are how many businesses are planning to hire and how many are planning to make capital investments. In this survey, 42% of businesses are expected to hire in the next 6 months, and 43% are planning to invest in plants or equipment. Both of these numbers are down from the survey a year ago. These numbers being down is not surprising, given the increase in concern over economic uncertainty. On January the 14th, we had our 3rd annual Economic Outlook Summit. This time we were at the Guidewell Center in Lake Nona, Medical City in Orlando. There I showed my forecast for 2019. This slide shows my jobs forecast for 2019, with 150,000 jobs being the most likely number. You can see that there's a 70% probability of being between 130,000 and 170,000 jobs this year. When we look at the other forecasts, I expect Florida to grow by about 900 net new people a day in 2019. I also expect the highest growth categories for jobs to be construction, professional and business services, and health services during 2019. Now let's take a look at the couple of the tiles that I added to the Florida scorecard a year ago and check on how they've changed. Last year, the Florida Leading Index indicated 107,000 net new jobs to be created within the first 6 months of 2018. The probability of a recession over the next 9 months was 9.0%. Now let's take a look at the difference from a year ago. Now I expect Florida to create 74,900 jobs over the next 6 months. Note that the probability of recession has more than doubled. It's now 20.7% compared to the 9.0% a year ago. This is due to increased volatility in financial markets, including more global uncertainty, a narrowing Treasury yield spread, and substantial increases in Florida's trade-weighted dollar. These tiles are updated every month. I encourage you to keep an eye on them, and as always, if you want more information, please contact me at the Florida Chamber Foundation. Thanks for joining me today on Florida by the Numbers. Thank you.